Okay, hello everyone and welcome to this pick a card reading for June. My name is Haley. I'm a Life Path 11 teacher, adventurer, and tarot reader of life. I have decided to do another pick a card. It's been getting really chilly recently. So yes, we're heading into the month of winter, especially for all of us in the southern hemisphere. We're also heading into a month that is the 6th of the 6th month of the Chinese horse year. That in itself I've been finding quite interesting. There's a lot of different takes on the horse year. Some people find it a time to just try to rush through things and get things done as quickly as possible. But if you go into the Chinese spirituality, if I may say, and the journey of the horse year, it's not so much about rushing to the end. It's more of a personal journey of assessing personally what needs to be rushed and actually more small aspects, what needs to get done, and what needs to actually still continue on its own safe place. How we're seeing this balance is because while it is a horse year, it is also a personal year one. So the balance between that rush is actually personal, and it happens personally according to what we need. Why am I in a place to talk about it? Because during the personal year one, I have an 8 year. So I do tend to be more of a vocal leader about these things during the personal year. And specifically during this personal year one with the horse. Alright, so let's get started on pick a card for June. For this pick a card, I'm going to be doing, I'll just decide how many piles now. I'm just going to be doing 3 piles. I think that 4 isn't necessary for now. And this reading is going to be for those who are seeking, again, some direction or guidance on personal development, on where that personal development, again, can be refined or enhanced during June. Now, please do take in note what I've just said earlier. This is a personal year. To be completely concise, it actually differs personally from person to person. These readings I do are general readings, which means that I do for each group call in the angels of everybody who is drawn to each of the piles, which means that when you do watch the pile, do take note that the pile is slightly generalized. It will give you a general understanding of your direction. However, also note it will be you with a group of whoever's also watching and drawn to that pile. So do take it with that. If you're looking for more personalized readings, you're more than welcome to reach out to me on my webpage, which is linked in my YouTube description. And please do subscribe to my videos because this will help me in the future to get more followers and more viewers as well. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to begin drawing on angels and guides of potential viewer for pile 1. For the month of June, what the people who are going to be drawn to pile 1 need to know as a collective for the month of June, please. God, Spirit, angels, what does pile 1 need to know for the month of June? Sorry, I'm just busy shuffling and I've noticed there's a couple of backward cards. I can't stand when that happens. So what do they need to know? Sweet Daisy. The month of June. Sorry, nothing to go by yet. I'm feeling different about it today. I think I might select manually. Let me give it one last shuffle. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we've got something. Okay, anything else? Pile 1, we need to know, please, as a collective for the month of June. Okay, and the third card, if possible, anything more. That pile 1 will need to know, please, spirit guides, angels of the collective of the piles 1 here, that they will need to know. Okay, anything more they might need to know, please. Okay, we got 3 cards here. I think only the first one is meant to go there. Okay, so we do have for pile 1. I'm so sorry, I did forget to do timestamps because I can't put actual timestamps in my reader yet. Still need to work that one out. So we're going to go by runes today. I'm going to pick runes quickly for 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. Okay, let me see. Okay, this will be for pile 1. This will be for pile 2. And this will be for pile 3. Okay, interesting runes that have been pulled because, well, this one is seagull. This one, I forget, I don't know. But don't worry about the meanings of the runes, just have a look at them and choose the one you're drawn to. So, sorry, I'll put it for your viewing. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3. Okay, once you have that, you can just skip to the pile that you've done. Now, unfortunately, sorry, I forgot. So pile 1's reading is already pulled. Pile 1, you will, if you do select pile 1 now, you will already have your reading. If that has not been, if you feel more drawn to 2 or 3, then just scroll further into the video till you see me holding up your rune, and then you can watch from there. Okay, thank you. Right, so pile 1, this is going to be your reading. We've already pre-pulled, as you saw. I will also be pulling some angel cards though, but this we will do during the reading. Main deck I use, if you don't know already, is the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Why I use this deck is because I'm also a shamanic art therapist, and I enjoy this deck because I find it's the most shamanic of the tarot decks. I really enjoy it. Okay, so let's get started with your reading, pile 1. Okay, so I'm going to put it so you can see. So let's just move those aside. And okay, so here we go. Here you have your 3 cards. We'll have a look at each of those now. So it's quite interesting because it starts with the Ace of Earth. The Ace of Earth is grounding, a grounded new beginning. So you're starting out from the earth up. It's a new start with the earth. Not entirely sure, but if you live anywhere in the Garden Route, anywhere between Port Elizabeth and George, you will know that recently in the last month, the entire area went through an extremely crazy pandemic where we had major flooding and tree foliage. Mother Nature literally did shake itself up and renew itself. So what this has symbolized, I also did it personally for myself in a previous rune reading, found it out, is it is a period of renewal, and it is a period of a new beginning that the earth has created through the destruction of these trees, through the shifts and the flooding, through the storms that we've recently all got through. However, even if you are staying in an area where maybe there hasn't been an actual physical storm, but there has been maybe some kind of changes in your environment, just know that these things are also, if you've been drawn to this, happening for a new beginning reading, spiritual new beginning in some aspect of the world, where we're actually seeing that the storms that have happened are a reflection of what's actually been happening to the consciousness as a whole again. I actually went through this before in the East, where I found like I was actually reconstructing the collective and my consciousness, just something I started working on in teacher training years ago already. And now what we're seeing is a shift has come again, but this time there's been less of like a personal thing with it, where maybe there was just a person working on it. There's also been an interaction now with the earth, where the earth has actually reacted to the consciousness problems that have been happening, and it's literally shook itself up with these floods and this windstorm and these trees. So please do take that into account, okay? It has caused a new beginning that's not actually just about the earth. It's a spiritual new beginning that's helping people to learn to move with the earth and to get more in line again. At least that's what I do believe. Okay, so yeah, then we're moving on to the I do believe that it must be like the 5 of air. I'm just going to double check because I can never be too sure. Oh, sorry, it's also earth. Not bad. Yes, 5 of earth. This one I will look up because I'm still less familiar with it. This is actually an unusual card because when it appears, I'll just read it for you. The awareness is of key importance. Something is not right. Someone is not what they seem. Someone lies and deceives, and that someone could be you. Could it be that you're lying to yourself or those around you? It might not be a deliberate deception, but the deception nonetheless. Again, please do take note of the fact that the effect of the deceptive natures or the unaddressed natures inside of ourselves do affect our environment and everything around us, like we've recently seen with the earth literally throwing up and throwing a tantrum because certain things have been out of line in other aspects, where when we study spirituality and physical law, actually all roll into one and roll together. So we do have to work on that. So this is just a warning of integrity at this time. Work on your integrity and ensure that your approach that you're moving forward with now, moving into June, following this whole earth disruption and renewal, is going to be one that is as integrous and integratively aligned as possible, so that we can avoid having to have earth disruptions like this again, where we're actually going to rather be moving forward, working with the earth and with everything else that's part of this beautiful matrix of life that we live within, if that makes any sense. So just remember this card literally actually does. It symbolizes the devil inside. It symbolizes those nasty, unaddressed, toxic patterns that lie within us that perhaps get easier for us to just go, oh, well, it doesn't matter. But they do. You know, just remember every little thing actually matters. Yeah. So, wherever deception lays at this time, there could be some basis for your doubts. Your inner voice is telling you to look closer and see beyond selfish desires and blame. So time to look hard at yourself and ensure that you're working as integrally as possible, all right? As long as you do this work, your June is going to be moving straight into the destiny that you are meant for. Your purpose will be protected, and you're going to purposefully move in the direction in June that your soul's mission is meant to go in. Okay, all right, so now, pile 1, let's see if there are any angel guides that would like to come through for this pile collectively for June that may assist to channel for you. Sorry, I'm gonna have to grab a card. Sorry if you can see that that I use for my personal altar, but because it's part of these, I just would like to see if there is a particular perhaps guide who would like to come through for this pile, perhaps to assist with this journey at all. Is there, or perhaps even just to guide this journey? Okay, so I'm gonna give it one last try. Let's see if there are any angel guide that would like to come through. Now, please remember, this is the Golden Oracle Tarot that I actually created my own DIY deck from. Didn't have the money, but I had a lot of creativity at the time, so I have my own self-made deck of these. Let's see if there are any that would like to come through at this time. Okay, one absolute glass, let's try. No. I'm going to try it, maybe pull manually. Maybe this one. Okay, so this is a great one. This is Freya. She says to be bold. Unleash your adventurous side. take risks and be daring. So once your integrity has been pulled together, gosh, trailblaze, please do, through your June, and ensure that you're going through it boldly and with confidence. Thank you, pile 1. Okay, so next we're going to be doing pile 2. Pile 2, if this, you see the stone, this is your reading. And we're going to be pulling in the same way as for 1, collective angel guide for the collective who will be watching pile 1, what they would like or need for, for going into this cold and weathery month of June, where hopefully their power's been restored at this stage, especially if you're living in South Africa and there's no issues. We've got something. And is there another thing? Another card? Again, we're looking at, for the collective of pile 2's angel guides, we're picking 3 cards for each pile. Is there anything else I would like to come through? I'm just checking. Nothing's fallen. Okay, is there anything else that wants to come through for pile 2 for the month of June 2026? Whoops. Okay. Anything more for the month of June for pile 2's pick a card, collective angel reading for those who are drawn to this pile spiritually. What do they need to know for the month of June? What guidance will be here as a 3-card reading for the 3rd card, please? Oh, sorry, we had a whole bunch can fall out. It's not good enough. Let's try one more time. What needs to be known? Okay, this one half jump will do that. Great. Okay, looks like we've got a little reading going in pile 2. Okay, so pile 2, if you pick the rune symbol Rahu, then these are your 3 cards. We're going to have a quick look at them. So the first card is the 11 of Earth. I think it's, just give me a moment. Sorry, 2 of Earth, 160. I'm just going to double check. I do sort of know this card, but it's been a little while. Okay, so, oh sorry, it's not that one. Why did I think it was that one? So just please give me a moment. I have to, sorry, because it's air, of course. Pardon me, it's the 2 of air. Okay, so this is about, okay, if you have ever studied spirituality in some aspect and you know about the yin-yang symbol, you know, the black and white yin-yang symbol, that's what this card is basically representing. It's representing that yin and yang, that polarity, that fact that we live in a world of black and white when it comes to shadow and light, and everything has a polar opposite. Okay, let's have a look at why this is coming into your reading for the month of June. Well, it's happening because perhaps there has been an imbalance over May. May has been an incredibly stressful month for a lot of people. This came up in pile 1 because of the recent pandemic with the storms, with the floods and with the tree foliage that's caused a lot of people to have had to go through a lot of chaos around broken fences, broken buildings and power outages and damage from floods. So, you know, aside from all this physical drama that's been disrupting and changing, we've also seen that this has been quite a distracting period. If you're not on a spiritual path, working it very consciously all the time, like I am and some people are, and understand that along with everything is just part of changes that we've got to actually adapt and move through even then. I'm not saying that you're not, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, even if you are, it can have been quite a disruptive time spiritually. I know it has been for a lot of people. And for this reason, this pile that you're drawn to, if this is the pile you're drawn to, you're definitely finding yourself now perhaps spiritually unbalanced at this time, because the amount of change that's happened now with the earth and with the consciousness collectively in this last week has completely shifted things. So in order to move forward now, it's a time to rebalance yourself with your light and dark, by taking stock of what is it that has amounted into your life up until this point, what is still serving you, what needs to go, and what do you need to keep now to keep moving forward. These are the questions it's time to ask. What is still serving you as a light person, and what is still serving you actually even as a kind of a shadowy person, and how you want to move forward. So retuning yourself personally, taking that introspective shamanic and light time to decide what it is that you're going to be now and intend on moving forward, so that you're going to be best served through June. Okay, as long as you do this internal work, it is going to result in the Ace of Air, which again is the result of a new beginning. How sweet is that? And I love the Ace of Air, because the Ace of Air, I feel like the last reading we had the Ace of Earth. The Ace of Air we also saw coming up through the windstorms that caused the tree foliage. So it's also been a new beginning. Both were, the flooding with the water as well. So just take it with that. The wind that came through that swept up all those trees is now calling to you to do a rebalance. Of your dark and light, so that you're going to push through into the new beginning that this tree windstorm was actually trying to bring to consciousness's attention at this stage. As long as you do that internal work, you realign, you go with it, that new beginning, you'll be able to move into it. Okay, which we've literally been seeing reflected in the physical environment. Now, through moving into that new beginning that's being created from the wind, from the air, we're going to move on into, and this is interesting that card came up. We'll be looking that one up. We'll be moving into the Four of Earth, and that's page 164. Let me just check. So it's about slow, steady progress. Oh, how sweet is this? One step at a time. Fear and doubt slow forward. Momentum, don't falter. So you're literally able to move from that into knowing that your life is going to be peacefully and patiently working out from there. You are in line with the earth. As long as you've done this internal work, you can rest assured with it. And your June is going to be able to do the natural and steady and step-by-step approach that it's meant to do in your life, moving into June. Okay, so now, part 2, let's have a look at the guidance. Oh, well, she popped right out. Okay, so your guidance for June is Aphrodite. Aphrodite is the goddess of awakening, the goddess within you, through dance, through yoga perhaps, through self-care, and through appreciating your divinity, okay? Because once you have done this work and you've attributed it that this is about your glow up, literally your time to step forward into the life you're meant for, through having realigned yourself for what truly spiritually inside of yourself is going to work best for your life and your future ambitions, there's no way that you're not going to be able to walk the path that a lot of us are walking, the real shamanic and Buddhist and, just longevity patient paths are doing. That's going to allow you to continue to move forward in alignment, starting again in June. Thank you, pile 2. I do hope this pile has helped you, and we'll now be moving on to the last pick a card for the month of June. We will be now moving on to pile 3. Okay, so now for pile 3, if you pick Seagull, the ruined Seagull, this is your pile. So we'll be having a look now through the tarot and then later through the angel deck, what it is that is the collective for all who are drawn to Seagull pile. What is the collective that's coming through for you at this time, moving into June, that you should be focusing on? We're going to be asking spirit, angels, God and the divine who seeks to draw the certain souls that are drawn to this pile. What are they needing collectively to know at this point? For their month of June, please, in a 3-card reading, please God and angels, please just allow those cards to appear, either through jumping, dropping, whatever, and allow us to understand what it is that they need to know for this particular month moving into June, please. What is it that they need? Pardon me. They need to know. What is it that they need to know? Please. Okay. And the 3-part reading. Trusting your guardian angels. There will be one more card to describe an accurate message for pile 3. For pile 3 seagull pile, if those who are going to be drawn to this pile, the message that they need to know now, please, through me, through this reading. Anything more? Okay, we have the last card. Interesting. It's very earthy. Okay, let's have a look at your pile quickly. All right, so we're starting with the 3 of Earth. So this is a time to make preparations. Interesting. If you are, I don't know if you're a gardener or into gardening, it's literally a great time of the year, even though some people don't realize that in the Southern Hemisphere, it's actually a great time of the year to start planting vegetables. And what we're talking about is like winter vegetables. You could do that physically, like broccoli, carrots, and onions. You know, there's certain things that could grow in winter. But it's also a time to make preparations in your life in general. If there are ideas that you're trying to get off the ground, whether it's, perhaps maybe a goal of, it could be anything, adopting a new pet, expanding your family with a new child, or even just like building a new room in your house, or anything that you're physically wanting to start goal planning and get off the ground. This is the time to start making those preparations and planning for that for the future. It is also a time if I just look through this quickly, to also take stock of what could be real physical hindrances to your plans at this time, weighing the pros and cons, creating lists that are going to help you to know exactly how to step forward on this path so that you are not going to fail in your endeavor because you're going to plan it well, realistically, along with the earth that has been expressing this need to you at this time. Okay, from moving forward from there, we move into the scribe, which is interesting because it's a little air, a little earth, which has really been brought in through all these piles, and I have to keep giving gratitude to it because it's what's happened. It has been brought in through the recent storms that have been a mixture of wind, earth, and water. If you think about the fact that it's been flooding, windy, and tree foliage, right? Okay, so we are now having a look at that quickly. This is the scribe, sorry. Okay, so the scribe is to look for an unbiased. Okay, sorry, the scribe is a record keeper. So just what I was telling you about, making that plan of what it is that you are goal planning to do in the physical world, right? Starting a new job, starting a new expanded family, starting a new room in your house, just something physical that you're wanting to plan, and making that record of what you're goal planning literally to do, like a trajectory, but then adding in also the physical hindrances, the things you're going to get over, the pros and cons, etc. That is again reiterated here. Ensuring though that you are doing it with needful advice where possible, but make sure that the advice that you're getting is from somebody that you trust and somebody that is objective, neutral, for example, like a counselor, if I may, or a teacher, somebody who has been trained to work like that professionally would be for the best if you do need that kind of advice. Right, and then through this work, you're going to move on now to the 6 of Earth. So this is where it's taking you in June. All right, we're going to have a quick look at that now as well. And, oops, sorry, just give me a seckie. 6 of Earth. Is a responsibility and a duty to family. So it's about time of taking responsibility and duty to your family, especially the younger members. So if you're tying it in here, you know, especially if your goal is like, let's say, for example, your goal is to take up some responsibility in a relationship, for example, and say, okay, I'm going to marry my partner now. Okay, now what steps am I going to take, for example? Or, I'm going to help my siblings with their niece and nephew who've been struggling, for example. You know, everybody's got such different I'm just using these as total examples. Don't worry, this is not about me or anybody. But I'm just using those as like literally complete examples because everybody's family situations are different, and this is for a general group who are doing this now, where this is your main focus. It is the time, as expected through this whole reading, to take that responsibility, make those plans, and remember that you're doing this now, not just for yourself, but for your family, because these are practical plans that are going to be moving you and through the people that are with you, your family, forward through the month of June, so that by the time you get to the end of June, your practical stuff that you need for the horse year is going to be moving forward in the direction that the earth is pulling you towards, so that you can achieve these real goals that perhaps maybe have taken a back seat because you've been busy with other things. And you know how we go, people get busy. It has actually become now the time to bring your goals back into the forefront of your practical thinking now, and to move forward with that goal. So very practical reading for you, Pile 3. Very practical goal setting time. Okay, sorry, I'm shuffling the wrong deck. Let's have a quick look at what is the angel guidance. If there's any angel guidance for this pile, please, God, Spirit, angels, any angel guidance that we need to know for the month of June for this pile, please. Is there any kind of, because these are the golden oracle deck that I use. Various different kinds of little goddesses and gods, and we'd like to know if there's a goddess or a god for this pile. Result, undying love. So the love you share with your family, with your loved ones, with this practical thing you're going to be doing for yourself, for your loved ones over June. Just remember, whatever you plan and whatever you practically start setting in motion for you and your loved ones at this time, even if it's the smallest seeming thing, whatever you're doing is going to stand the test of time. And that's where Isolt comes in. It's going to stand the test of time. It's going to move you forward. Okay, so pile 3, that is your reading. Thank you everybody who has joined me for the June Pick a Card. I hope this was enlightening to all of those who got drawn to these piles, and wishing everybody a wonderful June 2026 personal horse year with love and light from me, Hayley. Bye-bye.